Hey everyone, Dave Ganderos here. It is Monday night around 10:37 p.m. Wanted to shoot a short video today. I am not going to make this a long video. I'm going to keep it very short and to the point. I'm going to give you some information, but before we get started, as always, you can see here that I'm on Facebook. The link for my Facebook page will be in the video description. Just click the show more, and I'll have a link where you can get directly to my page here. Send me a friend request, send me a message, and more importantly, be ready to sign to join the group so that you can learn more information. I'll explain that to you in a few minutes here. But before we get started on that, also, if you want to find out other things I'm involved in, you can click on my banner picture right there. Go to this link right here, and it'll take you to my portfolio page. In addition, you could come to this page directly. I'll put the link in the video description as well. Here's some contact information for myself where you can reach out to me, connect with me, follow me on these different social media platforms. If you're not a part of FutureNet, certainly join that, because it's just like Facebook, and they'll pay you some pennies here and there, and you'll make some money just by doing what you do on Facebook naturally. So you shouldn't go and just try to chat all day to make money, because you're not going to make enough to retire doing that, and you're going to be wasting your time. But if you're going to chat, you might as well chat on FutureNet, because they'll give you pennies here and there, and over a couple of days you'll earn dollars, and over a couple of weeks you'll earn $20, and it's just a couple extra bucks. Maybe you go out to dinner or something with it or whatever. But certainly utilize the platform as a social media platform. You're going to connect with a lot of business-oriented people, and it's just a good site to join. So anyway, getting back to this site, this is a replicated site. You can join this site for $10 a month. They give you a free 1-week trial, and what you do is you pretty much put all your information from all your different opportunities in one place, so that someone could come here and take a look at what you're up to. So they'll have the link to join you. They'll have some information about what it's about, maybe some history of what you've done, some details about what it's about, and then you can also attach a video here. It could either be your video or someone else's video, but certainly try to make it your own, because you want to keep the person that's talking to you and following you connected to you. You don't want to send them off to somebody else. So that's just a little tip for you. Get used to making a video. You don't have to be a rock star, you don't have to be a celebrity filmmaker. You just get on here and start talking. Start talking and connecting with people and sharing information, and people will start following you. So just don't be afraid. Be yourself. Just show that you care, show that you have teams and you want to assist your teams in building. Pass on information to your teams. If there's a question that's asked a lot of times, I typically make a video here so that it could go out to the masses very easily, as opposed to me having to explain it 15 times to 15 different people. It's just a way of leveraging your time and being efficient with your time. Alright, so this is what this page is all about. Like I said, it's a 1-week free trial, and it's very easy to configure. It's all text. There's no coding, no special HTML, anything like that. The most you're going to have to do is go to YouTube and capture that little code that's at the end of the video. It's like a 10 or 11 digit code, and you put that into a field, and then all of a sudden the video pops up right here. Okay? So what we're going to talk about tonight very quickly is this opportunity right here. So I want to show you my Facebook page. So officially it was supposed to end last night at midnight, but the owner decided to extend it further. So I'm shooting this video to kind of get the word out to you guys. There's an opportunity for you to get involved with a new cryptocurrency. It's in the pre-ICO state, which means that only VIPs, leaders, and people that are really serious about getting started, getting involved, getting some coins, and in addition, putting this out to the world and building this empire and changing and impacting lives based on the product and service that's going to be offered here. So if you're someone that likes to assist others, you want to see changes in the world, you want to see people do better, this is all the kind of people that we're looking for. We're looking for people that care, people that have a burning desire to succeed, more importantly, succeed and help others and assist others to succeed, and also just, live a nice life. So if that's you, I do put in here leaders because I just want to filter out the tire kickers. If you're not interested, if you don't have $1,000 to get started, just wait for a later time. Maybe you could just buy the crypto on the exchange when it goes public in July. Basically, the owner was saying January 1st. So our targeting is to get this out and onto the exchanges by the end of the year. It's not going to be any type of 3-year deal. It's going to be done within the next 6 months. Okay, so if you want to get on early on, get the prices for fractions of a penny, position yourself, build a team, share the product and service with others, change some lives, and position yourself very well to make some money, certainly reach out to me. So you have a couple ways of getting in touch with me. Come to my Facebook page, send me a friend request, send me a message. Let me know that you are interested in learning more about the pre-ICO crypto. Okay? Then in addition, on my residual income page, I list here that there's a group that I put together. So you can either send me a friend request, or you could just go and submit a request to join the group. Once you join the group or put that request in, I'm going to reach out to you and talk to you about this. So this is the way I need to proceed right now, because we're not going to be publicizing anything on social media right now. This is only a close-knit group of people that are serious, people that want to be positioned to, really have themselves in a position, right time, right place, bring their teams on, share this with the world, and, lead with authenticity, integrity. We're not looking for, the person that just enrolls 1,000 people and doesn't support them. We're looking to get leaders that are going to support and duplicate and assist their teams to make this happen. Okay? You're going to be rewarded very well if you get early on. You're going to get 300% the coins that you would normally get after this deadline ends. And it's still going to be a good deal after this, but it's even a better deal now. And as you go higher in packages, there's the 1,000, there's the 5,000, and there's the 25,000. So the higher up you get even more than 300%. The 300% is at the low end of getting started. So if you're really serious and you go for the big side, you're going to get better than 300% coins than you're going to get after the promotion ends. So certainly reach out to me. That's basically what this video is all about. I just want to talk to you about this. So connect with me on social media, send me an email. All my contact information is up here. These are different ways you can get in touch with me. As I always say, whatever you see on this page is my journey. This is where I've started, where I've gone. If you've been following me, and you got to write your own story. So your story is going to be dependent on how hard you work, how committed you are, how much of a following you have, how much you're open to learning as a student, and then also being a leader and teaching those that need assistance. I'm not asking you to be the Blue Cross or the Red Cross and just give handouts to everybody. You have to pick and choose your board of directors that you're going to work with. And the people that are serious and the people that are committed and showing you that they're working hard and trying, then you got to make sure you support them and guide them. And maybe you don't even know the answer. Maybe it gets down to the fact that you step out of the way and just get them in contact with someone higher in the leadership of your team and just let them run, right? I mean, you don't want to slow them down when maybe they're ready to go faster than you are. That's one of the best things about this business is, you can attract people that are better than you. And that should be your goal, right? I mean, you should be looking to attract those leaders that are going to run You just give them a little bit of information, and then they know exactly what they got to do. They've been there, done that, and that's going to be a benefit to you. That's going to be a benefit to the company, and you just got to make sure that the personalities and the traits of that person is congruent to what you're looking for. So if it's, if you don't like the person, you don't need to work with them, right? I mean, there's no one saying that you have to have them enrolled with you. That's the problem that most people have, is that they feel that they have to enroll everybody, and they go for the numbers. Numbers are important, but quality is more important. So you want to make sure you build a good, solid team with maybe lower number of people, but the people that are really going to bust their butt and do what they got to do and succeed. So don't always worry about the numbers. Don't chase people. Don't force people to join you. Just share the information with them. If they're interested, they're going to come around, or if they're not interested, maybe they're not ready. Maybe personally they're not developed enough to be ready to do something like this, so they have to grow as a person first. That might mean that they're going to go and read some books, do some research, do some things behind the scenes that maybe you won't even know they're doing. And the next thing you know, they may come around and ask to join your team. So don't ever, be mean to anybody. But if the person keeps saying, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then they never follow through, just make a mental note for yourself. You got to spend the time with the people that really are going to give it their all. When they commit to doing something, they're going to do something, right? So those are all qualifying tests. Not that you should be testing people, but it is, you basically do. You ask them to do something. If they follow through, then you get some kind of trust, right? You start building a trust relationship with that person. And then, you ask them to look at something else, and then 3 days later they ask you a question, and if they would have looked at what you asked them to look at, the answer was there, and they ask you the same question, and then you ask them if they watched what you asked them to watch, and they say yes. It's either they totally missed it, or they're just giving you lip service, and then you got to just make a mental note of that, and don't spend a lot of time. You got to spend 80% on the 20% of the people that you're going to meet that are going to do stuff. You're going to meet, so there's going to be the 20-80 rule on multiple levels. It always happens to be that way. You're going to throw this out to 100 people. 20 people are going to be interested, and then the other 80 are just not going to be interested or not qualified. Then, out of that 20% that you've exposed this to when they get start, 80% of them are going to do nothing, or they're going to make excuses, or they're going to give up on themselves before they even get started. And then 20% of that 20% are going to be the ones that are really going to shine and work hard and do what they need to do to build their teams, to support their teams, to share this with the world, to build it. And you just gotta spend your time with that 20%, because that 20% is going to do 80% of the work for you. So that's where people go wrong. They spend hours and days and weeks on this one person that they feel they need to get into their organization, and they could have talked to another 100 people or more and maybe found 20 people out of that next 100 that are actually going to be doing something, and it wasn't so hard to drag them into your opportunity. You don't want to start the relationship and the business partnership with somebody that you need to drag them kicking and screaming into your opportunity. Don't do that. Just take my advice. Just move on. There's 7 billion people out there. So there's people out there that are looking for what you have. You just got to find them. You got to keep looking. And as they always say, I forgot the person that always says it, but every no that you get, or every person that says they're not interested, every time you get that no, you're getting closer to the yes. And it's kind of like repetition, right? You got to practice. So you got to expose it. You got to go through the process. You got to keep doing it over and over and over until it becomes natural. And then when it becomes natural, and you got to speak from the heart, you can't try to fake it by talking a script from somebody else. Just be yourself. open up the conversation, have some rapport, do a little bit of small talk, connect with the person, maybe figure out what their hot spots are. Maybe they have an obvious problem that they're going through that maybe you can solve with your product and service. Those are all things you got to get used to doing. Okay, so it's always a people business. Everyone hides behind the screen, but again, by putting yourself out there just like I am, it's kind of breaking that barrier where a lot of people just try to hide behind the screen and never really put themselves out there for people to know who they are. If you realize and you track and you follow the people that are that are doing very well, they're out there. They're either out there doing conferences, or they're out there meeting new people. They're out there. They're connecting with people. It's a people business. It's a numbers business and a people business. So yes, you got to go through the numbers when you're brand new because you don't have the skill set. And then you're going to get the skill set, and then your numbers are going to change. You're not going to have to do as many to get the conversions that you're looking for. So maybe when you first start, you got to go through 500 people to get 5. And then along the way, when you really start getting better in developing the skill sets, maybe you'll be able to get 5 out of 100, right? And then maybe the next step is getting 5 out of 50. So you're going to see this shift. And the best thing you can do is get away from chasing people and lead and present yourself in a way where people are going to be attracted to you and come to you for information, come to you because they feel they could trust you, come to you because they see that you care. Again, this is not the Red Cross, this isn't charity. I'm not saying you got to be nice to everybody, but give them a chance. If they're not ready, just let them follow you. Tell them, go take a look at this website. And then if they come back, then you can see they're serious. And then you can start, giving them a little bit more to look at. And then give them a little bit more to look at. And then if you're doing a video like this, like I'm doing, maybe that person's just watching silently and never even reaching out to you for a long time. And maybe they're getting so much value from your videos and they're building themselves and they're developing themselves. And then out of nowhere, you're going to hear, hey, this person contacts you, and they've been following you for the last year, and you didn't even know. So don't ever doubt the impact you're having on people by what you say, what you do, how you present yourself, the content you put out there. You don't have to be a subject matter expert. You don't want to be a subject matter expert, because once you convey to somebody that you need to be an expert to do something, you scare them away. Everyone is afraid when it comes to having to be an expert at something. You got to make it simple. You got to keep it simple. You got to keep it duplicatable, and you got to make it such that anyone can do it. There's no reason to complicate things. Don't be an engineer to, make it hard just to say, oh, I could do this. I'm so great. There's no need to do that. I think Albert Einstein said, if you can explain something to a child and they understand it, that means you really understand it yourself, and you're making it easy for other people to understand it. So that should be your goal, to make it simple for somebody else to understand, not hard. Simple is easy, simple is duplicatable, and simple means that other people feel that they're going to feel like it's not that hard to do. And it isn't. The key, the mindset you need to get out of is, first, don't doubt yourself. Second, get out of the employee mentality and don't expect someone to tell you exactly what you got to do all the time. You cannot operate a business for yourself in an employee mindset. You have to break out of that and get into an entrepreneurial mindset. So go read some books, go develop yourself, but if you're building a business, keep core business hours to producing results. Don't read your books and don't listen to the videos during the hours you're building your business. Find other time to watch those books, listen to those books, or read those books. If you drive an hour to go to work every day, 9 to 5, that hour that you're in the car could be an hour of an audiobook that you listen to every day. Right? Lunchtime. Instead of going and BSing with the rest of the people that are probably mainly complaining about life and how unhappy they are, decide not to do that. Sit at your desk, go at the park bench or whatever, bring a book with you and just read your book. Forget about it. You sitting there and being negative with everybody else at your job is going to get you nowhere, right? I mean, negative people attract negative people. You don't want to be negative. If you look at all the positive people and all the people that are very successful, they typically are not negative, right? And for example, if cryptocurrency is not the place to be right now, why would people like Bill Gates, Branson, all these people, the twins, why would these people with all this money be interested in cryptocurrencies if it wasn't something they saw as a vision of the future of where things are going? So you got to follow the money, you got to follow the smart people, you got to follow people that have what you want, and you got to do what they're doing, but change it up to be yours. Okay? So with that said, just please, if you're interested in this pre-ICO crypto coin, again, you need 1,000 to get started. It's the minimum that you can get started for, and there's packages up to 25,000. Certainly get a hold of me, and I'll share more information with you, either through a chat message, send me a message on Facebook, send a group message, join the group in here, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm actually going to leave comments open on this post so that if you're interested, you could even just comment on this video, and I'll try to reach out to you so that we can talk a little bit more about this. So again, I'm looking for serious people only, people that have a vision and are willing to take a risk to get started early on. They're going to get the benefit of having 300% more of the coins at the low end and even more at the high end. And you're going to position yourself to make a big impact globally to a lot of lives and a lot of people. And I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to having you as a friend on Facebook. I look forward to seeing you join my group here. And just consider it. All right? So this is probably going to be a record for me. I've actually finished a video in under an hour. This is only 22 minutes, so I'm not going to delay it any longer. Find me on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, connect with me on the different ways that I have up here, and think strongly about joining FutureNet. You can check out my blog. There's some good articles there for you guys. There's a good mindset. There's some stuff on Bitcoin. There's some businesses on the side that you'll see that you could join if you want. And so basically, yeah, that's it. So have a good week. I will make you another video tomorrow, but I look forward to having you contact me so we can get you started and share some more information with you. So take care. Until next time, have a great night.